Hi, this is Sister Chola. I'm from the San Francisco, California house of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
We gotta find a way to prop that iPad up because you were shaking the whole time.
Okay,
Sorry, sis.
doing backwards. You can edit this, right?
Yes, I can edit.
And this is Sister Chola from the San Francisco house of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. I've been a sister almost 4 years. I started 5 years ago, but we have our initiation period, which for me took about 14, 15 months. Yes, I was on the board for 2 terms. I was Mistress of Habits for, I think, 3 terms. The first couple of years I was very involved in like the administration part of it because I was really curious about how it all worked and, like that. But as the years went on, my calling was really with people. So I had my little experience with the board, which I loved, and being a mistress, which I loved. But I kind of kept myself free from all of that last year and concentrated on my HOFO program, which is Help Our Friends Outside. Is Help Our Friends Outside. Sisters Abby and Nina helped me launch a Facebook campaign. Was 100% donated goods from people that are sister fans, our friends, saints, other sisters. But we were able to hand out, I think it's 527 care packs last year. And they get a couple pairs of socks, energy bars, juice boxes, chapstick, toothpaste, toothbrush, like kind of everything you need in a little pack that's easy for them to throw into their backpack. And it just grew and grew. And then we did beanies and rain ponchos, and we just keep adding. We're on a break right now because of quarantine, but I'll be picking that up as soon as this is over. Sister Chola. I started out as Sister Chola, but everyone messed up the name. They were calling me Chula and Cholo and all kinds of things. But I noticed that most people, once they got to know me, would just, hey, Chola. So I shortened it to just Sister Chola. It goes back to when I was a teenager, when I was a for real Chola, low riding, little crazy chick hanging out in the Mission District. I'm born and raised in the Mission District, San Francisco. And, you almost cannot grow up in the Mission without becoming a little bit Latina. And that's what happened to me. I have a huge affection for Mexico and its people, for Cuba and its people. And I just got the name I'm going to choose because it represented a time where I felt really vibrant and alive and strong. Because truth be known, my health isn't always the greatest. I have to really push it sometimes, but that's okay. I think back to that name and it's like, no, you can do this. So, it's worked out well. So I've lived in the Castro or nearby, oh my God, since I was in my early 20s. So I have been around the sisters since they started. I did a lot of volunteer work when they still did Feast Saturdays and Halloween. So yeah, I have knowledge of them. At the time, I had no idea that they let women in. So I have been friends with Sister Vish for, oh my goodness, it must be almost 15, 20 years now. We used to have coffee in the morning, and I used to say, I'd love to be a sister someday. And he always just laughed. And then one day I said, why do you always laugh? I'm serious. So he hooked me up with our Mistress of Novices, Sister Agnes, and that was it. But that's a weird story. I got very, very ill, and I made a promise that if I got better, I wanted to have the rest of my life be helping people. And I thought I had a few vehicles for that, but I didn't. So I checked in with Sister Vish again. And I said, I really want to do this sister thing. And it has worked out so wonderfully. I love being a sister. I love the work. I hate quarantine right now. It's so hard. But yeah, that's why I came to be a sister. It was seeing them and just going, yeah, I can use my artistic capabilities and have some fun and hopefully help a few people along the way. I like to do any ministry involved with people because I'm not a performer. You hear my voice, I'm definitely not a singer. So, I enjoy all the events. I like bingos and even, I don't drink anymore. So going to the bars is fun while I'm working, but then I just want to leave. But, I enjoy like any setting. I even enjoy going to some of the galas and do a lot of stuff during the holidays, Tenderloin Tessies and the big AIDS Foundation, Christmas dinner. And those are really enjoyable events too. They're all helping people. They're all raising money. So I mix it up. I like a little bit of everything. I nap, I rest. I have a very strong spiritual practice too. And that really keeps me going. Like we have ancestor worship. So I call upon my ancestors almost on the daily. Like, you know what? I'm going out there. I need your help. I need to keep calm, collected, listen. Because, our homeless population, they're like invisible. No one listens to them. No one says hello to them. And it brings me so much joy to just go out and talk to people and just hang out, and give out some care packs and find out what else people might need, try and provide it for them. But, really, like, the joy is such a motivator that I just keep going. I don't know, I'm like that little ever-ready, but I just keep going and going. I don't know how I do it. I'm 68 years old. I'm no kid. But the work and being a sister really, I have thrived being a sister. I really have. Spiritually, mentally, physically, it's been a really great thing. Sassy with a side of spiritual. From studying history, it's changed quite a bit. So anybody new, it's just hang in there. I know every house is different, but San Francisco, we're pretty tough. It's not an easy process all the time, but it's a necessary process. Because as you know, it takes a lot to be a sister. It's not just paint and costumes, and that is like the smallest little piece of it. You really have to have the energy and the desire to want to go out there and really work with people. You really do. You have to sometimes pull it out from wherever you can pull it out of. But my biggest advice would be listen to your mistress and novices, get a good support team, and hang in there till you get those veils. People will drop out if it's not meant to be, or they'll stick around and join us, which is always what I hope happens.